I'd like to welcome to the stage the candidate seeking the office of City Council, District 1, Pete Constant, incumbent, David Clancy, and Tom Johnston. Everybody comfortable? We'll start with our opening remarks. Pete Constant, 3 minutes for your opening remarks.
Thank you. I'm glad to see everyone here today. As you know, I've been your council member for a little over 3 years. But the opening question that we were asked is to say a little bit about what we've done in our community. So I want to start back with my community service, which started in 1996 when I decided to, 1986, 10 years earlier, when I decided to become a volunteer police officer on the San Jose Police Department. I became a reserve officer and donated thousands of hours to the residents of San Jose by volunteering and being a police officer. That led me to become a full-time police officer in the city of San Jose, which I did for a number of years. During that time, I had the opportunity to be instrumental in starting Project Crackdown, which is a program that goes into the neighborhoods and works with the gangs, Weed and Seed, several other programs. Then, after leaving the police department, after having a serious injury in the line of duty, I decided to really get involved in my neighborhood community. I started the Lynn Haven Neighborhood Association with several people from my neighborhood. I helped start the Winchester Business Association. When the city of San Jose started the Strong Neighborhoods Initiative to bring redevelopment money to the residents and in the neighborhoods, I was one of the first people that was elected as a representative of businesses on the Strong Neighborhoods Initiative PAC. So I have a history of over 20 years, over 20 years of community service throughout San Jose, and particularly in District 1. Many of you know me. I was heartened to see here. I think I know almost every single person in the room. And I've gotten to know you during my time as a council member here in the city of San Jose, particularly for District 1. And I'm really happy to see that the District 1 leadership group is hosting this event, because many of you know when I was walking door to door talking to you 4 years ago, one of my main goals in my first term was to establish the District 1 leadership group, to create a forum where neighborhood leaders could get together, where they could talk about the issues that affect the city of San Jose, the issues that affect your neighborhoods, to set up mentoring relationships between the neighborhood associations. And I think this is no better way for you guys to see my commitment to community by being at this event hosted by the District 1 leadership group today. I think they've done a tremendous job taking what was simply a vision of mine and really bringing it to fruition. Since I've been at City Hall, I've been working hard to change the way city government works, to become more fiscally responsible, to really change how we handle our retirement systems. You may remember reading in the paper that I led the charge for pension reform, for restructuring the boards of our pension boards, for lowering the costs, cutting out the waste, and we have made serious progress in the 3 years. I'll have to admit, a lot of this progress has come because we've had great people on the council like Mayor Reed and Pierre Luigi Oliverio, who happens to be here in the audience, working side by side with me to bring these changes. But we still have a lot of work to do in San Jose, and I'm anxiously looking forward to my second term so we can bring the city of San Jose even further, fix this budget deficit, and make our city even a better place to live. Thank you.
Thank you all for coming out and spending your personal time to get more involved in the political process. For those of you I haven't met yet, my name is David Clancy, and I'm running for District 1 City Council. I'd also like to thank my wife for being here and being so supportive in the campaign. When I considered running, I figured I'd have a chance to get to know my neighbors. I thought I'd have an opportunity to help fix some of the problems in the city that I love, and maybe even lose a few pounds walking the neighborhood. Since then, I've discovered my neighbors are rarely home. The city is in dire straits, and you can walk 15 miles a weekend and still gain 10 pounds. As I'm sure many of you have read in the Mercury, the city's budget is in shambles and requires drastic action to obtain balance. The city council, city manager are planning 1,100 layoffs. We have a $118 million deficit. We're going to be shutting down most of the community centers, limiting the hours of libraries to 3 days a week. The end of Christmas in the Park, the end of the summer camp program. Pete painted a rosy picture. Things aren't that great. The bottom line is that city employees' salaries and pensions take about 2/3 of our city's budget. And so there's not really a whole lot of other places to look to bridge the budget gap. But layoffs are not a solution. They simply leave fewer employees to support already failing pension plans. And this certainly didn't happen overnight. The recession and the subsequent loss of tax revenue have simply compounded already failing fiscal policies. The employee contracts the council has agreed to over the last 8 years have brought us to a point of true crisis. As unemployment swells in San Jose, employee unions continue to barrage our local government with demands for increased pay and benefits. Almost every member of the council has run a campaign dependent upon the city's employee unions. Mr. Constant is endorsed by and has received financial support from the city's largest creditor, police union, whose salaries and benefits make up nearly 40% of the city's budget. Last year, the vast majority of police and fire employees earned $120,000 to $200,000. Meanwhile, retirees leave with six-figure annual pensions and six-figure vacation and sick pay cash outs. I will speak for the people of San Jose and represent their interests. Thank you.
Before I get started, I've got to find my son Jacob, though. I apologize to him because I asked him to come to the movies with me this morning, so I think he's a little bit confused. So it is in 3D, but it's just not what you thought it was going to be. I'm Tom Johnston, and for some of you, I'm actually your neighbor. I live over in Saratoga and Payne Avenue. So I see some of you out here today, so thanks for being here. Quick thank you to the D1 Leadership Group, as Pete alluded to. This isn't easy work putting these things together. I suspect a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of hand-wringing to get there, so thank you very much for doing it. Thanks to you, Garvey, for being here as well. I'm running for City Council because I want San Jose to be a great city for families. And one of the things that I think we are missing is that connection to community. For those of you who don't know a little bit about me, let's be very clear. I'm very much about community service. My wife and I, she's a school principal in Cupertino Union School District, have committed ourselves to the idea of community service and being part of the solution. We want our boys to grow up and be part of that. And so the best way you do that is you sort of lead by example. You literally get out there and stick your neck out there, try to be part of the solution. I want San Jose to be a great city for families, and I don't think we're going to get there. Not anytime soon. As you all know, the budget deficit is crushing. And there's a lot of people who are wringing their hands trying to figure out what to do about it. And I don't think we all really know what to do about it, other than it's bad. But let's be very specific. I'm running for District 1. And out here in District 1, we're going to get clobbered. We have there's a proposal to close 4 of our community centers, reduce our programming for youth and seniors. And if you're a senior who takes part in the community center program, that's your wellness program, your nutrition program. If you're a teen, that's the closing of the Starboard Teen Center. So all the folks and the families that live up and down the Boynton corridor, you'll be impacted, as well as the families that participate in the West San Jose Community Policing Center. We can do better. I think as an employee of the city for the last 14 years, I've committed myself to the idea of public service and working for children, youth, and families. I worked as a council assistant, I worked as a child care advocate, and I worked as a policy analyst for a school-city partnership, which actually continues to this day. And most recently, as a coordinator for the for the Strong Neighborhoods Initiative, I've really learned the value and the importance and what I think are the traits that you need in a good council member, which is trustworthiness, character, integrity, independence, and fairness. And if you elect me to the city council, that's what you'll get. You'll get fairness, you'll get integrity, you'll get problem solving, but more importantly, you'll get someone who is out there working for you every day. So I look forward to the conversation today. Thank you.